If you've been manifesting a specific person for a while, then you probably have had one of these questions pop up. So I'm today going to start a series on your most common specific questions or SP questions answered, okay? And the first one I'm going to start with is no contact or blocked. What happens if I'm in no contact? What happens if I'm blocked or I block them? And right now we're not on speaking terms, right? So a lot of people that have this question are worried that because there's no way of getting in touch with each other, then how are they going to reach out? Well, first things first, this is part of the 3D circumstances that we don't deal with. We don't worry about the how. And yes, you can still manifest your specific person even if you are in no contact or blocked. We are in the age of technology. There are so many different ways that you can come into contact with each other, even if you're blocked on social media, okay? There are people that through mutual friends or family that they can contact you, or they might choose to unblock you if they've blocked you. You might get the urge to unblock them. That could be a part of your inspired action. There could be some technical glitches that happen, and you may run into them in person if you're in the same city or town. Who knows? Maybe if you're not even living in the same city or town, you could possibly run into each other synchronistically. You never know what might happen. So just because you are in no contact or blocked does not mean anything. Second of all, things change all the time. Like I said, they could change their mind. You could change your mind, right? So there is no set thing. Nothing is ever permanent in the 3D. It's always temporary. It's always shifting. And this is one of those things where you don't really have to worry about it because it's going to get sorted by itself. Now, one thing I will also talk about is, should I manifest a text? Should I manifest the no contact breaking? And what I would say is if you want a relationship with this person, with this specific person, I would go straight to the end of already being together with them, because as a byproduct, you're going to be unblocked. You're going to have text. You're going to have communication. Okay. That's going to be taken care of. Whether it is initially through someone else, whether it's initially in person, somehow you just run into each other, whether it's one of you decide to reach out to the other. What the whole point of this is that when you focus on the end, the communication between you two is going to be resolved as a byproduct. So you don't actually have to worry if you're in no contact or block situation. And also, you're actually in a place where it's easier to not get triggered by the 3D, because if you're blocked or you block them and you can't see any of their social media, you cannot see what they're up to, then it's harder to get triggered by the 3D circumstances. Like if they're with a third party, for example, or if they're out having fun, living their best life, and you start assigning meaning to that, mean that they're not having fun without you, or they're having fun without you, and you're not prioritized and chosen, that gets completely blocked out. So it's actually not that bad of a place to be in when you're in no contact or block, because you can just simply focus on yourself. And that's the most important part about manifesting SP, is focusing on yourself.